What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. What's up? I'm Roxie. Whether you are a dancer or not, you probably click on this video because you are struggling with some lower back pain caused by either a bulging disc, a herniated disc. Your discs aren't happy in your low back. So I mainly am here to support dancers, but if you're not a dancer, please stick around because it's still gonna have a ton of helpful tips. And basically I'm just gonna share with you guys how I went from totally fucked to totally healthy and mobile and moving and dancing again after going through a really bad triple herniated disc injury while I was dancing. So this video is really just to like give you some support, give you some hope, and give you some ideas of what steps you need to take to move through this injury. So I'm going to take you guys through basically what to do to get pain management, like treat your pain immediately, like the first thing you need to do once you find out that you've been diagnosed with this injury, and then how to get your movement back, how to feel better in your body and regain your mobility and your movement and flexibility, and then maintenance, how you can continue to move and keep the health of your spine moving forward, and how you can avoid re-injuring the same thing over again, right? Because no one wants that. So how to like go from totally fucked to totally healed. That's what we're here to talk about today. If you guys want to know the whole sad, dramatic saga of my story of how I went from, you know, being a modern dancer as my professional career path to totally dropping out, having a huge identity life crisis, going through this injury, having doctors tell me that I was never gonna dance again and all this stuff, and then how I then healed myself, became a yoga teacher and all that. If you want to know more about my story and like who the hell I am, you can go to my channel and watch a video that I have all on that. But I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty details of that right now. I'm just here to share with you guys the magic potion to reclaiming your body and getting your health back after this injury. So, first things first, what even is a bulging disc injury or a herniated disc injury? So, our discs, right, are little like squishy gel-like kind of shock absorbers in between our vertebra. And if they get squished out or slide out of place in the spine, it can cause a lot of issues if they start to press on all of the nerves that are coming out of our spine here. So this injury is actually really, really common. I think like I read a statistic that 50% of adults have this injury. Like it's super common for discs to like pop out of place or like squish out. But most people don't notice that they even have that injury until it starts to press on the nerves. All these nerves that are coming out of our spinal cord, you're not going to feel any pain unless they're bulging out enough that they are pressing onto the nerves. And that's when you get that horrible nerve pain that goes down your back, down your hip, down your your legs and everything, and that causes you to feel like really immobile, kind of that sciatica-y like pain. So that's why it causes people a lot of pain and their muscles lock up and you can't move and you're like achy and just feel twingy and feel like you've lost a lot of your movement and your mobility and your spine, and it sucks. It's super stressful. And because of the nature of dance and how much we use our bodies and we're all over the place, especially modern dance, I mean, hello, this is a super, super common injury for dancers, unfortunately, but we don't have a lot of support for how to prevent it or how to treat it. So that's what this video is about. So first things first, y'all, if you're not sure if you have an injury, but you're like, oh my god, I like can barely bend over, it hurts to bend over or twist, and you just have like pain radiating down through your hips, your low back, like even down your legs, it's time to go get an MRI. An MRI is pretty much the only way that you can really for sure know if you have some kind of herniated disc or bulging disc issue. So you need to go get an MRI first. I know, they're not fun, but you really have to know so you can know how to treat it. So if it comes back positive that yes, you have slipped discs, which I wish I could show you guys the MRI of mine, like they were crusty, they were crunchy, tiny little like barely there, so bad. I have no idea where that picture even is of the MRI. I probably threw it away from like anger. But they were not great, and I had 3 in my L3, L4, L5 lumbar spine, so it was not great, okay? This is not the diagnosis you want. And my doctors pretty much told me, like, this is it for you, you're not gonna come back from this, you can't dance again, you shouldn't dance again, like, girl, sorry, like, all we can do for you is pain management, and they just wanted to put me on some pain medication, which was a really hard diagnosis here. So first of all, if you have gotten a diagnosis and, I just feel for you, and I'm sending you so much love and empathy, and I believe in you to heal, and here's how you're gonna do it. So first of all, once you find out that this is what you got going on, you need to rest. If you're a dancer and you think that you can just keep pushing through, keep dancing through it, honey, you need to sit yo ass down. That's what I did because I waited super long to get an MRI. I waited like months, y'all, and was still trying to dance with this injury, and I know that it doubled my recovery time. So please, please, please rest. Like, I know it sucks, I know you want to move, but you need to rest, not make it worse, essentially. You also want to avoid bending over. You don't want any flexion or rounding of the spine. If you drop something on the floor, you are squatting to pick it up, okay? And making sure that you have really good sitting posture, like really just being so mindful and gentle with this whole area of your body. Also, now is not the best time to take a crazy road trip across the country and be sitting for hours and hours of the day. Like, really just rest and do like short walks. And what you're gonna wanna do, this is, I don't know the exact name for it, I'm sure if you asked your doctor when you got the MRI, they would know exactly what you're talking about. But you wanna get a steroid shot in your back to help with some of the pain, some of the inflammation, because your muscles, your nerves, everything back there is just like in freaking fight or flight mode, like inflamed, fired up, tense. And this is what I had to do because I was in so much pain that I couldn't even do any like PT or like movement therapy because everything I did like hurt. Like, I seriously am not joking, you guys, when I say that I couldn't bend over further than here. It was terrible. So you're gonna wanna get these steroid shot, this injection into your back that is gonna help a lot with reducing some of the pain, some of the inflammation, so that you can even have a little bit of relief. And like, whew, not be in constant pain all the time. Another thing you're gonna want to invest into seriously is getting some body work done. So getting a really good massage therapist. Go get a Rolfer. Go get some Rolfing treatment, which is this body work kind of massage that works with realigning your fascia. It really works with integrating your connective tissue system to support your body. So a lot of times this kind of injury happens from years of like poor movement habits, of holding yourself weird, not engaging your core, weird alignment things that all of our bodies have that over time add up to just like misalignment, misproper use of our body, and injuries happen. So I went to probably 4 or 5 Rolfing sessions pretty close after getting my diagnosis, and they helped so much, and just had so much great insight of, oh yeah, you like your pelvis is this way, or like your one leg is dominant, like your shoulder, you know, they'll be able to tell you a lot about the different imbalances and weird alignment things going around in your body. So massage, Rolfing, all the body work, and getting a steroid shot is like gonna help give you that immediate relief that you need so that your body can get out of the immediate like fight or flight, I'm dying, I'm in so much pain. This part is really gonna be different for each person, this little period, because you are gonna have to rest. There's no way to get past this injury without giving yourself time to rest. Even if you get the steroid shot and you get the massage and body work, you can't just go back into moving and working out. You need to give your body proper time to heal itself. And what your body will do is once that disc is out and it's bulged out, it'll eventually dissolve away that bit of disc that's popping out so that it's not pressing into your nerves anymore. So you need to give it that time. Like, you need to chill and rest. I probably rested for like 4 or 5 months of like trying to not do a lot other than like walking or hiking, and it sucked. Like, I know, guys, I know that's not what you want to hear, but like, trust me, if you don't, you're just gonna drag out the process more. So let's say you're feeling good, you've waited, you've rested, you've done all the things, the body work, you're feeling good. What you want to do now is start to rewire your movement habits so that this doesn't happen again. So I'm talking core strength, deep transverse abs, core strength, glute strength, still avoiding that flexion and really trying to create space in the spine. I have a great yoga video on my channel that covers all of this. That's the perfect class to do if you are just desperate to get some movement back into your life but still healing from this injury, and that'll teach you all the different little postural alignment things to really pay attention to, and it's a yoga class so that you know you can move through it and you will be safe. It is made for y'all, so go check that out. It's on my channel. That's basically all the moves that helped me heal and get back into my movement, start introducing more movement in my body after this injury. So yoga is a great way to get movement back into your body because it's so mindful, it's so slow, and if you really learn all of the good alignment, core movement, body awareness hacks that I will teach you on my channel, then you can really start to get more bigger, stronger movements back into your life in a safe and mindful way. So yoga is your best friend during this period. You don't want to be doing burpees right now, okay? You need gentle, slow, mindful movement. Yoga also can help because all of these muscles back here around your hips and your back are probably going to be so fucking tight because they are in fight or flight mode, right? And even after you start to heal, you need to like communicate with that part of your body. They're like, hey, we're not injured anymore, so you can let go, you can release, you don't have to hold all this tension, because otherwise your muscles will still just be like holding on, and that'll still give you that sensation of like, oh, why am I so stiff? So you're really gonna have to do some work with your fascia and really connecting in and communicating with your body that like, it's okay, this is safe, we're good, we're working on it, it's happening. So this period can last a long time, y'all, and there was a lot of times when I would like get too cocky and be like, oh, like I did a yoga class the other day, like maybe I can push it a little further, and then I would like get myself back to square one. So you really want to be cautious during this time and not get too cocky and be like, well, I was feeling great yesterday after doing some core work, so now I'm gonna go do like a modern dance class. That was me. Like I was so eager to get back to dancing that I just kept on like re-injuring myself and just like dragging out the process, and every time that I would re-injure it and get that flare up again, it would just like break my heart and crush my soul. So I'm telling you guys, it's better to just err on the side of caution and just work on really like getting your core super strong and your glutes super strong, and like don't cheat your way through building really new, good, healthy movement habits, okay? You wanna build a super strong foundation of a totally new way of holding your body and your alignment and how you're using your pelvis and your spine and your core and all of that. And if this is something that you want to learn more about, if you're just like, Roxie, what do you mean? How do you fix your movement habits? How do you activate your core? This is something that we go super in depth with, not only learning about all the anatomy and everything, but practicing it too in my signature program, Yoga for Dance Academy. It's a 90-day holistic cross-training mentorship program for dancers to up-level not only their dance technique and how use their body for their power and fluidity and grace and creative expression, but how you can do it preventing injuries, up-leveling your health, learning how to use your body in the way that it was meant to, and really learning how your unique anatomy and alignment and physiology work so that you know all the safest ways to move, stretch, strengthen that are going to serve you and your body needs the best. So I will post a link in the comments below of how you can learn more info about that program and how you can join. This is a beautiful, magical, transformative program, not only for your body, but your heart, your mind, your soul, your emotions, your confidence, and just all around level you up as an artist and as a human. The third part of moving through this injury is the maintenance stage. So let's say that you have been doing your yoga, you've been doing your core work, you have been really taking care of your body and learning how to really be mindful of yourself in your dancing, in your day-to-day movement. You're squatting to pick things up and you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling like back to normal, which I absolutely have faith in you to do. This next part is really important of how you can maintain that, right? Because you don't just want to be like, oh, I'm healed. Unfortunately, with this injury, there's never going to be a point where you're just like back to the way you were before it happened. If your discs came out, like they're going to be a little less, they're going to be a little thinner from now on, you know, like you're never going to get to a point where you rebuild those discs, but you can maintain your health and keep them in place and not, you know, sliding out to hit your nerves anymore. If you are really good about upkeeping your core work, your glute strength, and really just keep all those super awesome new anatomy and alignment habits up. So you don't want to get lazy here. You want to make sure that you're taking time to warm up before you do a workout, before you do a dance class, performance, anything, and that you cool down, that you realign, you reset, and refresh your body after sending it hard. Do not overlook your core work, you guys. This needs to be like a daily, weekly thing that you are doing to make sure that your core is in check and make sure that you're using it and everywhere you go. And you basically want to just keep acting like you have an injury and not let it go to your head of like, oh, I'm feeling fine, I can be a little lazy about it, because your body will remind you. If you get lazy about taking care of it, it'll be like, hey, remember me, your injury? I bet you forgot about me. Now I'm here. So in this stage, you just want to really be upkeeping all of the good stuff that you've been working on. Just keep checking in with your body and really remember, as you're getting back into dance, that your health and your well-being is your priority. So it can be really tough getting back into dance after taking some time off, and you're like, whew, your ego takes a hit. You're like, this isn't as easy as it used to be. I'm not as strong, I'm not as flexible as I used to be, like I'm not as graceful, and you might want to push yourself to try and put this pressure that you need to be at the same place you were at as when you got injured. And that is just not going to be healthy for your body. So you need to really enter back into the dance and the movement world with healthy intentions of, I'm putting my body first and I'm going to meet myself where I am every day and make sure that I am prioritizing quality over quantity, that I am prioritizing how I feel rather than how I look. I hope this helps and gives you a little bit of a pathway and some hope that you absolutely can heal. I totally believe that it is possible to not only live with this injury, but do the things that you love, still be able to dance, still be able to express yourself through movement. It's just going to take some extra work and some extra dedication to your health and your wellness on the daily, weekly, all the time basis, which can also be a blessing, right? Because then you're always prioritizing your well-being and your self-care, and you're not taking your body for granted ever again, which has its benefits as well. So I will post the link to the back care disc healing injury yoga class you can take. I will post a video to my story. Also post a link to a video that I have that's just more tips for healing through an injury, kind of more on the emotional well-being side, because it is tough on your heart and soul, especially as a dancer, to be injured. So I have a video on like how to really care for yourself during this tough time. And then I'll also post a link so that you can learn more about YDA. So let me know if you have any questions at all, you guys. I'm happy to always go deeper into the details of my experience and what exactly I did. Just find me on Instagram, hit me up, say what's up. I'd love to connect and meet you. And follow this channel for all kinds of awesome yoga for dancers, injury prevention, becoming your most strong, badass, injury-free ninja warrior dancer self from the inside out. All right, y'all, thanks for joining me today. Mwah! Much love.